before we do that, we're going to get into what this channel is actually about, reviewing beers. So, I'm gonna drink this beer today. This is the Big Cranky from You Don't Care, and I'm gonna pour it in this glass and give you my opinion, which you probably also don't give a shit about. It's an IPA. Smells like IPA. Now you might be thinking, "Hey, Seaside, we don't give a shit about your beer reviews. You don't know shit about reviewing beers or anything for that matter. Your channel sucks. You have like 150 subs. It's hardly worth watching. Show us something new, goddammit." Well, you know what? I have something new for you today. Now, you probably haven't seen this deck before. I think, I don't actually know who, I think maybe, I heard Savage plays an elemental paladin of some kind. But this deck, I got the idea from it by some guy who beat my ass with a deck pretty similar to it last night when I was playing that Taunt Warrior. And, it had a lot of the same cards that this one has. This is my own creation, and it's surprisingly good. We're going to go ahead and play some games with it. I teched in a couple of cards to kind of help my situations against particular decks. The main idea behind this deck is obviously to pump out some great elementals and buff them up, this, that, and another thing. But there's a couple of tricks with this deck. You can save all of those 1-2 elementals you get from like Firefly and shit like that, and eventually you put them on the board and they're like, I don't give a fuck about those, what are you gonna do with those? And then you use Sunkeeper Tarim and it's an army of 3/3s, and what do you know, the card's actually fucking good. Really good. Alright? It's good because nobody sees it coming, and it's pretty fucking powerful. I'm hoping to simulate one of those experiences today. I played quite a bit of games with this today, and it's just been shitting on everything. It's very good. I put Ysera in there just because if the control game goes on long enough, it's just an extra leg of control. I feel like it's just it keeps up a late game by itself with Ysera, so that's in there for that reason. And then finally, Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins and Blessing of Kings is nothing new, but it's a 10 damage burst, and people aren't fucking expecting that either. They're not expecting any of this shit, to be honest with you. They're like, oh, he's got elementals and he's buffing them. I don't know what to do with this. This is weird. And before you know it, the game's over and you fucked them. So let's get right into that. And I like this deck. It's a joy to play. I recommend you build it if you got the dust, if you got the cards, because I've been having a blast with it. And I don't care for this expansion too much because of that cancer shit rogue. But it's actually pretty damn good against that deck too. So without further ado, let's get into those games right now.
None can escape my fury.
I will fight with honor.
Alex the Quest, wow, he is just such a cool guy.
It's not good. Quite the opposite. It's shit. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's interesting. Well, look at that. Stone tusk boars. Isn't that fucking cool? I would have to say no. Not really. Yes, today I am streaming. I'm gonna be making a video with this content, but yeah, you know, doing a little streaming. Oh, Shadow Step. Oh yes, you're fucking clever with your shitty murlocs. Right. Yeah, I'm not here. Take your beer. No, let go up. What the hell is this guy's deal? Why didn't he clear that first? Wouldn't it have been smart to kill that and then do this? Well, first of all, you have to be smart. And I can tell you right now that anyone who plays this fucking deck is the opposite of that shit. Wow, Murlocs! Wow, dude! Man, you're cool! Wow! Impressive stuff, mate. Alright. What is this guy's fascination with this shitty Murloc card? Alright. See ya. Well, that was lame. He probably thought he was so fucking crafty. Oh, it's not just your normal quest rogue. I put the Murlocs in there because I'm a fucking genius.
I will fight with retribution. I will fight with honor. I will fight with mana. I will... Let me think. Thank you. I am justice. Thank you. I am retribution. Well met. Well played. I will fight with retribution. I will fight with honor. I will fight with justice. I will fight with justice. I have too many justice. I don't have enough justice. I'm out of justice, for justice is yours. Justice. Justice. I will fight with retribution. I will fight with honor. I will fight with justice. I will fight with justice. I will fight with retribution. I will fight with honor. I will fight with justice. I will fight with justice. Justice demands justice.
Alright, and welcome back. Those were a few games. Let's see, the only thing we didn't get to see was the Leroy Jenkins Blessing of Kings thing. That happens. You've seen that happen before. I think the main guts of this deck, the real attention grabber, the head turner, is the Sunkeeper Tarim. You probably didn't see too much of that card, and now you have. You know what it's all about? He's a bad motherfucker, and that's what that's all about. This deck's this deck pretty fun. It's a pretty good deck. Like I said, I recommend you give it a spin. It's just like any other deck. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It seems to win a little bit more than it loses. It's pretty dreadful against the Waygate Mage, because you get to a point where they just have what they have, and you have to spend the next 45 minutes of your life watching them do 2 turns in a row, and that's unfortunate, but it exists. It seems to be pretty good against the rogue decks. It wins more games against the rogue decks than it loses. It actually wins if you really want to stick it to them. You can put 2 Dirty Rats in this deck. You could probably pop out Ysera and pop out like the second True Silver or something like that, and throw in a pair of Dirty Rats. And if you mulligan Dirty Rats, if you play Dirty Rat on turn 1 against Rogue, turn 2, turn 3, whatever, you're almost guaranteed to win, because it'll probably grab out one of the guys they were planning on shadow stepping, or one of the Ferrymen or Youthful Brewmasters, and it's unfortunate you have to make decisions like that, but until Blizzard fixes it, and I fucking hope they do, there's, just ways to play around that deck. So, we're starting to understand this meta a little better. I can't say I enjoy it yet. The decks I have to play against are not fun to play against, but I'm having fun with my deck. The Elemental Paladin is pretty good, so give that a try. Next, I think we might try, a Value Priest or a Hunter. It's fine if we have to do that. It's okay. We're going to get to him eventually, but I'm hoping to stumble across something new like this Paladin before the time comes. Yeah. So that's that. Also the Druid deck, I crafted Jungle Giants, and it seems really mediocre. But anyways, I believe that's all. I don't know, is there any class that worth not remembering? Well, Shaman. Fuck Shaman, right? That's all about Murlocs now. And I think, I honestly think the Paladin deck does Elemental better than Shaman does. Calamos is not that amazing, He seems amazing on paper, and I'm sure he comes in clutch in some situations, but he's not nearly the fucking monster I thought he was going to be. I hardly ever see him. I crafted him, and I've still yet played him. But that's it. We're done. I hope you enjoyed the Paladin deck. Don't bother showing me your decks right away, because I'm probably going to tinker with this little myself for a while. We'll get to a point a few weeks into the expansion here where I'm fresh out of ideas, and then I'll start playing your decks. We'll get back to that routine. And yeah, so see you next time. Goodbye.